Hi everyone, Brittany here, or Hey It's Brittney on YouTube, and I'm coming to you guys with another video. This is an update video because my last video was very hard to make, hard to watch, hard to explain, and finally I'm here with a more positive update for you. So first of all, I want to say thank you to everyone who extended their condolences in the passing of my father. If you don't already know, my dad died in April. He died April 9th of this year, 2018. And he died from basically complications of sickle cell disease. He had a lot of other issues, health issues that kind of resulted from sickle cell, but that was his the underlying disease process for why all of his disease, issues kind of happened. He had been sick for about a year, and it's like within the past year, everything just kind of snowballed downhill. So that's what happened. The problem, I mean, it's a huge freaking, it's a weird thing to talk about. Hindsight, it just was so much happening at one time. It was hard to even feel what was happening. It just kind of like came like a freaking truck, like it hit like a truck, like out of thin air, just got worse, and then just boom, like gone. And that's how it happened. That's literally how it happened. I'm at work. I work in the ER. I work in the emergency room, so I see tragedy and I see people come in dead. I see this happen on a day-to-day basis, but to be at work and to get a call that my dad died, that was a thing that I just did not imagine happening at all. You know what I'm saying? So I've been able to kind of wrap my head around things a lot more. My school schedule has changed dramatically, so I'm not half as busy as I was when it happened. One really sucky part about it was it happened at the end of my hardest nursing semester. I was taking 2 nursing classes. I had 2 full clinical classes, and it was happening during finals and finishing off my care plans and finishing off my papers and having exams and like 3 exams and like it just, everything happened at the same time, and there was no putting anything on the back burner. As you guys could see from my last video, it was just an overwhelming ball of frustration. Along with that, and then having the issue with my nursing school not accepting my LPN credits. So all of that had happened at the same exact time. And that's how that video came across, because that's exactly what I was going through at that time. So now it is May, June, 2 months later. And a lot has happened since then. I went on a vacation. I went on a week vacation, and I was able to clear my mind. Yes, I did homework on the vacation, but I was able to clear my mind a lot more. I finished the last semester, finished finals week, took I think it was 5 days off in between, and now I'm in my next semester, and my next semester will be done in a month. So I am transitioning into the end of my nursing school journey, my RN school journey. So that's an awesome thing too. And then we did get the issue with my LPN credits resolved. So eventually I will have to take those 3 courses. However, I will be able to finish my program, get my degree, sit for my NCLEX, start working as an RN, all without being forced to take those classes today or next month or this year. So next year is when I will need to take those courses, which is totally fine because I need them for my BSN anyway. But I'm not being forced to take them now. So the way that happened was contacting all those people, getting their attention, having them, basically not even having them, just getting their attention, force them to get the attention of my school to make some kind of change about what was happening. So for my program, the LPNs in my program had signed some paper saying that we were going to go from our advanced program to the regular program, which would basically make it so that we would be forced to take those classes. And I'm like, who had us sign this paper? I don't even remember signing it, but they switched it, so we unsigned the paper, and then now we're able to go ahead and finish our program and take those classes later on. So that is resolved. So happy about that. I did run into another issue where I missed a clinical and I missed a sim lab. You can only miss one. Can't miss one of each. You can only miss one period per semester, and I missed 2, so I'm no longer in clinical this semester. So I'll be doing my clinical rotation next semester. Great, cool. So now I have a lot more time. So it kind of is not necessarily all negative. It is kind of a relief. So I'm only focusing on my course for this semester, and then next semester I'll only be focusing on my clinical. So it's kind of like, you know, it's an exchange, and it's extending my finishing my program by 2 months. So it could be worse. It could be opposite. I could be retaking the actual lecture and, you know, have the clinical done, which happens most of the time. It doesn't usually happen that the way that it's happening for me, but I'm just glad to be done, almost done. So that's my update for you guys. I hope that kind of is a good synopsis of what's going on. And if you have any questions, you can hit me up on Instagram per usual. I know there was a little period where I was not responding just because with my dad passing, we had 2 memorials. He worked for his company that he worked for, the hospital he worked for. He worked for them for 37 years. So a lot of things were happening at the same time. I think I'll be kind of talking at an event later on this year for the local sickle cell foundation. So there's a lot of things that are kind of happening still surrounding the passing of my dad, because he was very influential in this city. So just kind of getting through a lot of things and coping the way that I cope, and then just getting through school and kind of happening, all those things happening at the same time without putting anything down. So it's really just been a juggling act for me. A lot of you guys said, you know, you can see I'm strong and this kind of thing. Like, I am pretty strong, but I still am getting those kind of waves of grief. Father's Day passed. Father's Day was on Sunday. Like, that was a really, really hard day to get through. Thankfully, I do have a really great support system. My boyfriend has been amazing, and pretty much being outside and being near water has been a way for me to breathe, you know what I'm saying? So I'm getting through. I know a lot of you guys that have gone through this have messaged me and given your input and just said, you know, I know how you're feeling. And sometimes that's all that you really have to hear from someone, is like, I know what you're going through, so you don't feel like you're alone in this, you know what I'm saying? So being his only child, it was a weird situation. So long story short, everything is kind of lining up now, finally. I know it's only been 2 months, but a lot has changed in those 2 months, and I'm so grateful. I thank God for his many blessings. I thank God that I'm not losing my mind, and that I'm able to still stay focused and stay on track and get all this stuff done. So if you guys have any questions, like I said, Instagram, hit me up in the comments. And yeah, thanks for rocking with me this long, you guys. So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.